Chicago Bulls plan to take advantage of home court. Good morning, everyone, and TGIF to you and yours. We've got the NBA coming at you here on 2K Sports. Now let's check out our starters for the Los Angeles Lakers. Kobe and Artest are the wingmen. Pau Gasol is out there with Howard. And it's Nash in at the point. And for the Bulls, Rose and Dang on the floor. Carlos Boozer and Joakim Noah, they're inside. That's Hamilton in at the two-guard. Good.
And that's a nice way for his team to get started.
Yeah, really nice start for his team to get out in front here. Well, you know, a recent stat said that in the last 15 years, the Lakers are on average the best offense in the NBA. But in crunch time, ironically, they fall to around 12th best offensively. Not nearly as effective.
On defense, the Lakers. It's a three-point game. And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
I briefly spoke with Tom Thibodeau. Staying patient and not getting too ahead of themselves on offense are the two big points Coach stressed to his team in the pregame. He believes that if they can do those things and commit to playing what he calls our game, they'll be able to break down the tough defense they're facing. Kevin?
Wonderful stuff, Doris. Thanks. What approach to use against the opposing D, I guess, in the front of their minds, it sounds like, Clark.
Yeah, well, it's a tall task when you take on a team as sound defensively as they are, so you just have to be sharp in your execution.
Steve?
Yeah, you got to be sharp, but you also have to attack. I mean, if you're not aggressive against this team, they're going to take control of you, and all of a sudden, they'll have control of the game.
Guarded now by Nash. Here's Boozer. No one on him, and he makes the easy one. Going back to the Lakers, and they're let down as far as crunch time offense goes. Good point by you. Steve, you take it now. Why do you think that's so?
Well, I think Kobe's not the player that he once was, Kevin. I mean, he's not as athletic. He's not as capable as he used to be getting shots off against any type of defense. And I think the rest of the guys maybe lost a little confidence in themselves as a result.
And so here is Chicago, following the basket by Kobe Bryant. Tipped. Rose against Nash. Outside Rose. Nash is whistled for reaching in. That's his first foul. Chicago making some changes. Taj Gibson's checked in for Boozer. And Ronnie Brewer's subbed in for Richard Hamilton. There's 47 seconds left in the first. Rose. And again, no good by Chicago. That's good. Gibson's got his first points of the game.
Yeah, he saw that lane to the offensive glass, and that's how he cashed in.
Gasol with the steal. Rose against Nash. Kobe against Dang. Gasol's in the post. Clock at 6. It's stolen by Rose.
That's just a horrible decision. You got to be more patient with the ball.
And the shot is good. Outside, Kobe. Over Brewer. He just barely beat the buzzer.
Unflappable. Wasn't rattled at all. I mean, he's...
And off we go, a close game, now starting the second quarter. Here is Watson.
Well, Chicago really established its home record last year at the United Center. In fact, they finished with the best record at home in the Eastern Conference. That was one of the big reasons why they were the #1 overall seed in the playoffs.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. So the Bulls 5 right now. We've got Ronnie Brewer. Taj Gibson is out there with Dang. Then it's Omar Ashiq. And it's Watson in at the point guard position. You mentioned the Bulls, Steve, tied the other #1 seed, the Spurs, for the best home record in the entire league. Boy, those were two great teams in the regular year, Clark.
They certainly were. 36 wins in 41 tries. Just what you'd expect from a team that was so dominant at home like the Bulls were. I'll tell you what, despite the miss, he shouldn't hesitate to take those kinds of looks when he gets them. That's a good shot.
And there's Kobe. That's good on the assist by Nash. 6 points for Kobe Bryant. Bulls trail by 3. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, over to you.
Hey, Kevin. Tom Thibodeau joined the Bulls last season, and he said that Joakim Noah surprised him. He's a better offensive player than I thought. I always knew his energy, the way he competed, but when he raises up to shoot the ball, because it's unorthodox, you don't think it's as accurate as it is. I watched him shoot, and the ball goes in. Kevin, they call his shot the tornado because of its sideways spin, but as long as it goes in, that's all that matters.
Interesting. Thanks, Doris.
Man, that shot, I mean, maybe that's part of the reason Noah slid all the way to the 9th pick in the draft in 2007. The Bulls have to love what they have in Joakim. He's just got so much energy, a great defender, and a wonderful teammate as well. I thought Gasol got off to such a fast start last season, but he might have worn down as the season went on. He was asked to play big minutes, especially early when Andrew Bynum was out with the injury.
And some changes for Chicago. Joakim Noah, he's checked in for Sheik. Hamilton comes in for Ronnie Brewer. And Derrick Rose is subbed in for C.J. Watson. Now here's Rose. Still looking to get on the scoreboard. And then, of course, for Pau Gasol in the playoffs, a lot of disappointment with his play, Clark. A game, in fact, or two where he even got booed at the Staples Center.
Yeah, you never like to see that, but he clearly did struggle in the playoffs. And he's extremely gifted, but some have tended to try to question his mental toughness or killer instinct. And I quite honestly think it's unfair. He's got a disposition and demeanor that lends itself to that kind of criticism. But anytime you can perform the way he has, that's impressive. And it actually helps him, the fact that he's got a deferring type of personality, to be an ideal number 2 guy for the Lakers, with Kobe Bryant being the obvious lead dog there. So it's a good fit, I think.
That's interesting. Here's Hamilton following the basket by Kobe Bryant. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Gibson. Another one falls for Chicago.
Boy, they've done a lot of their damage from mid-range here, guys. I mean, knocking down those shots with regularity.
Yeah, how about 8 of their last 10 points, guys, coming off that mid-range area jump shot. So shows you don't have to be at the rim to score. Look at the big man there. He knows how to go up and get that rebound.
Got it up. No good on that last second attempt there. From the United Center in Chicago, back in a moment.